Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Terry Mac, and I'm here today to do a video pretty much about my experience in the bikini barista world and pretty much how I got into it, like what you would do if you're interested in that industry, how to apply, what to look out for, what to be prepared for, the whole entire 9 yards pretty much. So I got in the industry when I was about 19, 20 years old, and I remember I really wanted to become a bikini barista because I was at my boyfriend's house or apartment at the time, and I remember our friend, so it was my boyfriend, his friend, and his girlfriend, whose his girlfriend was my friend. But anywho, so long story short, I remember we woke up around like 1 o'clock, and my homegirl, she got off work, and it was like around, like I said, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just waking up, and she's like, yeah, I just got off work, and I made like $150 in tips. And back then, like, I'm talking about, like, this is like back in, not gonna put the years, but this is a long time ago, and this is like when it was first coming out as like bikini barista becoming a thing out here. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, she worked 5 hours and she's getting her hourly, and she's also getting tips 150. And I was like, whoa, that's a lot. I mean, if you think about it, like 150 times, let's say, shit, even like minimum 4 days, let's see here, 150 times 4, that's like $600 potential that you can make in a week. Like, I was like, okay, what the fuck, I definitely gotta get into this. And I was super young, I had a body of a boy, I was flat as a board, the whole 9 yards, but I was like, you know what, like, guys have different tastes, it is what it is, let me try this out. So I don't really know how I got into the coffee stand, I totally forgot, but I remember that my first bikini stand that I worked at was called KD's Espresso, and it was cool because like my homeboys would like swing by and stuff, and I used to be a real Mary Jane lover back in the day.
There you go. You got it.
So they come by and they'll tip me, you know, some Mary Jane, and, you know, they'll smoke me out, vice versa, whatever, and I'll hook them up on some drinks. And I had customers too, and I think maybe I made like $75 in tips my first day, and I thought that was really good, but of course there's potential, but that coffee stand was pretty slow. So if you want to get into the industry as a bikini barista girl, I do recommend, definitely, you have to build a resume. I mean, even though people think that this isn't really a job and is all fun and easy, you still want to have a resume, and they typically get 3 really good pictures that you think you look bomb in and snatch. And then what I did was I would drive around to different coffee stands. Just go to different coffee stands and drop off my resume and tell them my availability. And at that time, I just wanted to work the weekends. I didn't really want to do the whole Monday through Friday because I had another job anyways. I was like, hey, this would be some extra cash, you know? And so that's what I would recommend, is going to different coffee stands that work for you, that's appealing to you, and that's maybe close in distance, or maybe you want to drive far away so you don't have your neighbor pop up on you, which has happened to me before. Maybe I'll tell that story later on in the future. What I looked for in a coffee stand was pretty much the traffic, to see like, are there always cars there when I'm driving by, or does it look like, you know, ghost town and there's nobody going there? And 2, I really prefer, and this is just me, because working in this industry is not always safe. So me, I was always paranoid. Like, if you're a morning girl, you're going to the coffee stand like at 4:30 in the morning, when it's pitch black, you know? Or if you're closing at night, you're closing at like 7:38 when it's still pitch black at night. So I personally like to work like an environment where there's other establishments around. So I would work at a coffee stand where there was a gas station right next to it, or a tire shop, or like a facility with different shops in it. So there's always eyes out and about. So that's one thing I would recommend, is really know your area, really get to know the traffic, if they're a really poppin' coffee stand or not, and just really have confidence in yourself when you're dropping off the resume, and don't ever feel intimidated. Some females really like to be so mean to pretty ass girls, where they're like, oh, you want to apply? Well, I think we might be hiring. And honestly, like, I've seen it so many times. girls would like legit get your resume and throw it away or toss it or whatever just because they think you're competition and you're gonna take their customers away, which is sad, but it's the truth. So if you don't get a call back, I mean, don't be so hard on yourself. It's probably a hater throwing your resume away. Like I said, I've seen it plenty of fucking time. So just being consistent and even reaching out through Instagram. I would reach out to girls like, hey, is your coffee stand hiring? And they're pretty much, I mean, usually they would respond, some wouldn't. I mean, it all depends, but you really gotta get your foot out there. You really gotta communicate with people and let them know like, hey, like, you know, this is my availability and I wanna work. Thing I would tell my friends too is that give it some time. Like, you're not going to make a lot of money right away. You got to build that relationship with your customers. You got to like be freaking nice to them. Like, a lot of girls think because they look so bomb and shit that, oh, they can be assholes. Like, you won't have customers coming back. So I would say just be sweet, listen to people, and try to remember something they told you so the next time they come around, like, oh, Joe, how was your job interview? Or hey, you know, how was that movie you checked out? And they love that. So really get to know your customer and building rapport. I mean, and they'll come back, and just give it some time. And also for the outfits, like, yeah, they can be pretty pricey and stuff, but before I get into that, so these are some of the stuff that I would wear being a bikini barista. You can wear that now. So I would pretty much go to Lovers. Lovers will give you a discount if you're a bikini barista or if you're a dancer or even in that industry. I would like work with other companies on social media that sell pasties, like, hey, you know, if you're down, I can promote your pasties, and I would get things that way. So, I mean, pretty much letting people know that you're in the industry. You can find discounts at certain stores. So I would say just keep it to, you know, a certain degree. Like, you don't want to fuck up your whole entire reputation, your whole entire future for a fucking coffee stand and for what, like a $30 tip when it could be an undercover cop. There's so many different scandals out there. There's so many different controversies out there. So I would just say just be careful, and people always want to catch you slipping. I mean, if you don't believe me, check this shit out right here.
We shot this video from a nearby home, and the homeowner says she's been shocked at what she sees. She chose not to go on camera.
They had spread their underwear into their shots.
The video you see here was shot at a different grab-and-go bikini hut on Highway 99 in Snohomish County, just outside Everett. None of the girls here have been charged, but this video shows the conduct with some of them is the same. After the driver ordered coffee and paid, the barista held up the change, about $16, and asked if he wanted something extra. When he asked what, she says, a flash, and proceeded to drop her bottoms, flash her vagina, then turn around, spread her cheeks, and flash her rear. Then she turned around again and flashed her vagina.
For extra money, these women would expose their entire body. They would
be careful, because there's definitely undercover cops out there. And being a bikini barista, it really, really did help me out when it came to paying things off, going back to school, just being able to have the lifestyle I want. I was traveling all the time, because I mean, just think about it. Like, if you work 4 shifts and minimum, if you made like $160 minimum per shift, you know what I mean? Like, you guys can do the math. Like, we did it earlier, so you guys know what I'm talking about. So here's a crazy story for you guys. Like, I remember one time I was talking to my homegirl, and I was like, yo, what coffee stand do you work at, you know? And she's like, I work at this one coffee stand more up north. I think it was like in Everett. And she's like, I can get you a job here, just come by tomorrow. I'm making like 200 plus in tips. And I was like, damn, like, yes, like, that's where I need to be at. Kid you not, like, later that night I went home, and that fucking coffee stand is on the news because an undercover cop was pretty much leaking information to the girls who were escorting, prostituting, just pretty much doing illegal shit. And the owner was also involved in that too. So pretty much the undercover cop will like let the girls know, like, yo, chill out. They're about to pretty much, you know, check up on you guys. We're about to have someone swing by and, you know, pretty much become an undercover cop. And you know what, just check this shit out right here.
Daryl O'Neill is a 30-year veteran of the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office. Today, he was arrested for allegedly having sex with the owner and manager of 7 Java Jugs and Twin Peaks espresso stands. Investigators say the women provided the sex, and in exchange, Sergeant O'Neill gave them information meant to keep them out of jail.
Yeah, fucking crazy. So, I mean, this industry is really crazy, and I just learned, like, throughout the years to keep to myself, clock in and out, like, don't really build so much friendship with these girls in the industry because, I mean, not to, like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, like, these girls are fucking fake, they're frauds, they scam, not all of them, but a big handful do, you know, and a lot of girls like to hate, so if you're making more than them, like, you guys know the saying, they want to see you good, but they don't ever want to see you doing better than them. So I just pretty much like just kept to myself. Like I never really hung out with these girls outside of the establishment. I had like a few girls I was really close with even till this day, but I wasn't like partying with like a handful of girls or doing all this stuff because, you know, I didn't want my money to get fucked up by somebody else. You know, I wanted to be controlling that. And so I mean, all in all, I would say just be careful, like, you know, be confident, you know, don't let these girls intimidate you. If you get no's, don't feel bad about yourself and keep on going and going and going if it's something you want to do. Make sure that the coffee stand that you're applying for is a safe environment. Make sure you know about the owners, are they paying their girls on time? And make sure that, like, everything that you do, that you don't feel bad about doing it. Like, there's a lot of people out there who slut shames or who judge like girls like me in the industry like, oh, she's a thought.
Tatiana, buzz down, Tatiana. I wanna see you buzz.
And that whoop-de-whoop, like she's probably doing all these extra things and, you know, let people talk. That's their business. So just focus on you, focus on your money, and just put yourself in a better situation if this is what you want to do. There's a lot of girls out there too who's doing like Snapchat Premium. And you can make money off of that too. If you have a good following, like if you're big on Instagram, if you're big in the industry where you have customers trying to see you all the time and they're loyal to you. Like I have girls doing the Snapchat Premium and they make really good money. Like if you think about it, okay, let's do some math really quick. Let's say you charge minimum $20 a month for these guys to look at your content. And say that you had a minimum of, let's say, 350 guys who are subscribed to your Snapchat channel. You could be making $7,000 a month just doing your Snapchat Premium.
Fuck it, I quit.
Now, I personally have not done it just because that's just not really for me. But I have a lot of friends who's doing it, who's making $10,000+ a month and so forth like that. Get customers who, you know, come by and they tip you like $5 each time. They're awesome. And then you're gonna get other customers who come by every day to get a double shot espresso with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cream, and then they just tip you $1. And you're like, okay, cool, you wanna get this $2 espresso drink and just tip me $1? Yeah. So you're gonna get that too. You're even gonna get people who don't tip you and they come every single day and you're like, why the fuck are you coming here if you're not fucking spending money on me? Like, go to fucking Starbucks or go to fucking somewhere else. Like, hello. And you're gonna get all of it, but what I would recommend is just brush it off, do what you do, work your fucking hours, stay in the fucking game, and don't take that out on the next customer. Every single customer, serve them with a smile, you know what I mean? And just do what you gotta do to, you know, get through the day. But that shit is fucking, like, irritating. Like, if you're not gonna tip, then don't fucking come here. And then some guys wonder why girls are overcharging them on drinks. It's like, hello, I'm freezing cold in my fucking pasties and fucking teeth floss, you know what I mean? And you only give me a fucking $1? Nah, so that shit irritates me. And sometimes, like, I remember who those people are, and I'll make their drink like extra hot, or if they want it to be cold, you know, I make like super watered down and shit. Yeah, I'm pretty petty, so whatever. Hi, I'm Terry. But yeah, this is pretty much my whole entire video about the life of a bikini barista. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to hit me up on Instagram. If you guys want to know like what coffee stands I recommend, or whoop-de-whoop, the whole 9 yards, I'm here to help out. But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm definitely be coming up with more videos about my stories with customers, the crazy shit I've seen. Give this a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe, share this video, and until next time, bye. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I need some fucking water.